Okay, week 5, Jacksonville Jaguars against Buffalo Bills. Buffalo is favored by 5.5 points. I'm going to take the 5.5 points. Well, I will point out that the model says that they're uh, even, just using the raw stats. But then when I come down, I look at the Bayesian revision, is it says that it's been underestimating by quite a bit. That's what the red means. The Bills' uh, capability, what they've been doing, and that's really looking at the difference between points scored and points against. Points for, points against is what that's going to look at, and it's also been overestimating Jacksonville. So again, sometimes teams look better on paper than what they really are. So I try and account for that. That's what this is. So then when we come down here, let's look at some of the rankings. Uh, Buffalo's been starting to really kind of find their feet. This last week they looked really, really good against Miami, and their offense is starting to find their rhythm. And every time I watch them, it seems to me as though, and again, Josh Allen is a very aggressive quarterback. He really makes that offense tune, but sometimes he can really press it and leads to some turnovers. But then again, sometimes he makes plays. But then when we come over here and we look at Jacksonville, they just aren't finding it. They can't run the ball. They can't pass the ball. They're looking pretty poor overall. Um, so with that, we'll wait and see. Past performance is not always uh, uh, indicative of future performance. However, like I said, we're starting to see the Bills find themselves. So let's go over the performance charts here. A couple things here. When you look at this, uh, is it gives the impression over here that there's some parity between the Bills and the Jaguars. Definitely see the advantage in the passing game there. And then it gives the impression as though the Bills are weak at running. I don't think that's the case. It just really shows uh, that Jacksonville has a strong running game. And again, you look at the passing numbers and you go, oh my goodness, uh, uh, Jacksonville is passing the ball really well. Also, that that I think is also kind of deceiving because again, when you adjust it, a lot of those teams get some big yards in that garbage time, and it makes them look a lot better than what they really are, and that can throw these analysis off. And again, same thing with all these plays. So then when I come over here uh, at the to the right hand side of the chart, this here is the sacked number, the likelihood that he's going to be sacked. This is a matchup, so this is taking the Bills defense against the Jaguars offensive line, and it's saying that they can't protect the quarterback. You definitely see some of those issues up here as well with the Bills, but not nearly as bad. Like I was talking about before, with Josh Allen, sometimes he just really tries to push it and he forces interceptions. If he can control himself, be disciplined, and not put himself in situations that are really risky, they should really be okay. The other thing I would point out is you can definitely see a lot more of the explosiveness over here. And when you look at the last week, you can really see how the Bills look as though that they're starting to find themselves. They beat a very good Miami Dolphins team, and this looks as though as it should be a pretty good bet here. So again, if you like what you're listening to, like and subscribe, and go ahead and drop me a note if you have some comments. And we're always good for some banter. Thank you much.